I grew up in a very small Jewish community in Tacoma, Washington. It was so small that before I arrived, they realized they couldn't sustain both a Reform and a conservative synagogue. And so they ended up combining them into one. It became, in name, a Reform synagogue. And for youth group, they decided to go with BBYO, which was a natural choice since it's a pluralistic youth group. I remember being involved in BBYO, which was such a exciting thing for me because I went to a high school that only had one other Jewish student. And I arrived at my first regional convention in Portland, Oregon, and I saw 300 Jewish teenagers, which was more Jewish teenagers than I'd ever seen in a single place. And there was such excitement and passion and commitment and joy, and I wanted to be a part of it. And I made friends at that first convention, people who invited me to stay at their homes in Portland and Seattle for bow balls and BBYO regional events. And I felt like I was part of a much bigger, larger Jewish teen community. Fast forward to today, and I am a rabbi of a large synagogue in Manhattan. And we have more people who show up on Friday nights than were all the Jews in Tacoma, Washington, where I grew up. And so it'd be easy to take for granted what it is to be surrounded by Jews. But even yet, when I went to my first international convention last year, BBYO, and I was invited to give a talk, I was blown away by seeing now 3,000 young Jewish teenagers in one room. I was so taken by the energy and passion, the transcendence of that gathering, that we came back and I decided that we needed to have our own BBYO chapter here in Central Synagogue. So I want to say you are not only part of a large global Jewish community of teenagers from so many countries, but you're also part of a network that stretches back now a century of Jews who have been inspired by BBYO, like me, and I'm sure you. Congratulations on the centennial year.